Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars MOC showcase video on my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Delta 7 Starfighter by Mr. Idler on Flickr. I'll leave a link to everything you need to know, from the parts list to the instructions. Everything is going to be in the description, so if you're interested in taking a look at this build for yourself, it will be down there and ready to go. Now, Mr. Idler designed two different renditions of the Delta 7. This one is Plo Koon's from Revenge of the Sith. He also designed Obi-Wan's from Attack of the Clones. I wanted the Plo Koon variant. I would say it was about 400 pieces, assuming that you guys already have some of the bricks in your collection. This model would cost about $30 to $40. I was able to buy some of the pieces on Bricks and Pieces from Lego.com and Bricklink, and in total I spent, I think it was like $28. But that was after I found the parts in my collection and then basically amassed them all together. So overall, this is really great value for the amount of detail you're getting. There are a couple things that I will show you in this build though that you want to watch out for. But overall, I'm extremely pleased with this model and I would highly recommend it. So without further ado, let's get into some of the details of this model. So one of the things I wasn't a big fan of with the Delta 7s, at least by Lego, is that they're kind of chunky. They don't have that sleek appearance as seen in the movies, and this model, in my opinion, really does a great job in capturing the sleek, sharp angles of the Delta 7. You can see the color scheme is obviously this dark blue, this navy color, and the white on the back, and then we do have some yellow up at the front. So you can see that the nose is created using these 1x4 slow pieces, and I think this was the same design used on the UCS Delta 7. So I mean, I have no complaints. This is a really good design. There is a little bit of movement there. It's not major, but you should know that it does tend to move around a little bit, but it's not a huge deal. So I really like how it seamlessly transitions from one section to the next. I think Mr. Idler did a great job with that. We also have the two turrets here on the front, and those look pretty good. Really interesting how he was able to get these to line up. These 1x2 tiles don't have any like plates underneath, so they can slide across on this one stud here, which I think is kind of ingenious. There are a lot of small things in this design that work really well. So a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't even have considered, but it looks, it looks great on display for sure. He also made custom printed stickers. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like there's some white here along with the stripes, so these kind of extend into the body. He really went above and beyond with a lot of the details on this thing, which I really appreciate. So if you do want the stickers, you can put them on there. I personally don't mind the look that it is right now, so I don't really feel the need to put any stickers on it. And taking a look at the cockpit, the design on this cockpit is absolutely phenomenal. It's really interesting how he was able to get some of the angles around here. This is just, it's very nice. It feels flush and it works really great. The cockpit does open, and we'll take a look at that in a second there, but he was able to use some of these angled pieces here and there as well. And again, I really like the look of that in general. So we'll take a look at the interior here. You can open it up and you can see that there is a small control panel, and you can also see those T pieces, those light bluish gray T pieces. Those are holding these 1x2 slope pieces right here with a stud. And again, a really simple design choice, but it's very effective in how that works. So if we take him out here, you can see the interior. There's just a 1x2 plate with a flat 1x2 tile, so he fits in there pretty nicely. And then this is kind of like a head rest or of sorts. It's a it's a handle for one of the buckets, and I like that. It's a nice little design choice, but it also looks pretty good. And then taking a look at the back fin here, so this is one of the things that may bother some people with this design. It's not held on. It's similar to the front of the ship in the fact that it's not like plated together, but it's held on by friction in the inside there. And then I think there is one connection, but for the most part it's friction that's just holding these two plates together. And it works. You know, once you finally clip it in, it does work, but just keep in mind that, you know, this is not, you know, it's not a 100% secure connection, so you may experience a little bit of wobble with it, but again, not a huge deal. Then taking a look at the back, and this is arguably one of my favorite views of the ship. You can see the engine detailing here. Now the engines I actually modified a little bit. They're not the exact same, but I really love the look of those the blue engines there, and I love just the placement and how they fit in. Really great job. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the top of this ship. And then flipping it over, there's even more detail underneath. You can see there's a lot of these slope pieces that help just hold it together, and then this goes all the way up to the front. Another nice design choice there, because a lot of times when you look at the underbelly of some of these ships, they're not very detailed, and I really appreciate, you know, the fact that you went above and beyond to try to make this as durable as possible, and it definitely lives up to that in that regard. And we also have landing gear here, another simple thing that not a lot of designers incorporate, and this one was done very nicely. I mean, this folds up in here super easily. You can adjust it to your liking. You can put it in there, and then this just folds up flat like that, and then you're off and you can fly into action. So really awesome ship in general. I'm really blown away by some of the details and the design techniques that were used to build this thing. If you guys, again, if you're considering building this for yourself, all the information will be down in the description. Now there's one more thing I do want to address before we end off today's video, and this ship is technically not minifigure scale, but I know the Lego variants of these ships are perfect minifig scale, or at least very close to that. This is quite a bit bigger than minifigure scale, and that does bother some people. For me personally, it's not a big deal, as the, you know, as the detail and the angles on this thing are fantastic, and this is mainly just going to be, you know, a display piece for me, but it doesn't bother me a lot. I know some people, again, it may throw you off, but just keep that in mind if you are considering building this and using it in MOC or whatever. It is not perfect minifigure scale. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video and MOC showcase. If you did enjoy, be sure to drop a like, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. I post a lot of MOC showcases and other Lego Star Wars stuff. I'm relatively new to the community. I was former MLB Perfect Ending YouTuber, but now I'm transitioning into a new realm. So if you guys are interested in some of this stuff, you know, definitely it'd mean a lot if you would join the channel. And yeah, so I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.